Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Wolf, and Peter New, the voice of Big Mac from the G4 series, is now voicing Discord in Pony Life. And I have to admit, at first it was a little jarring to hear Discord with this fairly different voice. I think it could work in the long term. I think it could. Now, for starters, I can understand why they couldn't get John Delancey for such a different series overall. I mean, John Delancey probably commands a fairly high price to come in and voice a character. At the same time, I do remember that Kathy Wiseluck is no longer voicing Spike. Tabitha St. Germain is kind of pulling double duty between Rarity and Spike in the series, so I think it's actually a good idea that if they can't have the original voice actor or voice actress for a character, it's probably easier for the audience to accept if they just have other VAs that they're used to voicing these characters. There's a bit of a transition period, and yeah, I admit it was a little jarring to hear Spike and Discord with these different voices at first, but I think it can work in the long term. We'll have to wait and see what they do with the characters. Now, for the episodes themselves, you have Fast and the Furriest, you have Disappearing Act, I think there's Badge of Shame, and finally Mount Volcanope. And when I heard that last title, I thought, ugh, that's a pretty weak pun, until I realized, wait a second, Big Mac is now the one voicing Discord. It's Mount Volcanope. Okay, that's actually kind of clever. If they were just going for a simple pun on the word volcano, it's not that great. But hold on a second, they introduced Discord with this new voice actor who also happened to voice Big Mac. Okay, that's kind of clever. I don't know who came up with that idea, but kudos. Now, for the episodes themselves, I get the sense that whenever Pony Life is trying to teach a lesson, it really doesn't work anywhere near as well as G4 did. And that's primarily because they're trying to teach lessons in 5.5-minute long segments. You really need more time to flesh out the initial conflict and why a certain character needs to overcome a particular struggle. And yeah, you really need more time to really properly set that up and reach a satisfying resolution. Now, with that out of the way, I do think that some of the humor is working fairly well. Not as much as previous episodes, because especially last week with Pinkie Pie losing a brother, I was like, wait, what? Oh goodness. And this time around, I maybe cracked a smile here and there. I might have chuckled once, maybe twice. There wasn't a whole lot that really brought me into the stories. And this is when we first get to see not only Discord, but also the CMC. And when I first heard their voices, I was thinking, is this another example of different voice actresses handling the characters? Until I saw the credits. Nope, that's actually the original VAs. I just have to remind myself, this is more than a decade after they first voiced the characters when they were kids themselves. So not all the VAs are still able to capture that childlike wonder in their performances. But then again, I don't think the scripts are quite as strong either, so there is that. As per usual, Applejack is still the one who's breaking the fourth wall more than any other character, and her narration kind of reminds me of Morgan Freeman, if I'm being honest here. But maybe that kind of works for the character. It's kind of nice to see all the pets taking part in an episode again, even though I'm not entirely sure if they know what to do with them, except maybe for Angel Bunny, because in the original series, Angel Bunny was really taking advantage of Fluttershy's niceties, and seeing this one scene, I have to think, maybe this is just the writer's way of having Fluttershy get one up on Angel Bunny. And whilst Twilight not being able to understand instructions might have been a fun way to tackle a new story, the fact that they just end things by saying, well, Twilight's gonna forget the instructions and she's gonna build it all herself even though she has no idea what she's making. And she's even gonna do it better than the instructions could. That's a bit of an odd lesson to be teaching kids. forget the instructions. You could probably do it better yourself. But again, I'm probably overthinking things. Gotta shut my brain off when I'm watching Pony Life. Although there are a couple of things I still find quite interesting. First off, the rest of the main six are still trying to keep the fact that Fluttershy never really got into this troop program in the first place. Fluttershy lies to Discord to get him to take part in this troop. Through Rainbow, the writers are basically saying, yeah, these other characters are already doing that same thing. Okay, they really are gonna drag this out for a long time yet, aren't they? And speaking of Fluttershy and Discord, it was implied in the G4 series that there was a thing going on between them. Even heavily implied in a couple of places, but right out the gate in Pony Life, the first appearance of Discord, they are making it very clear that Fluttershy has a thing for Discord, even going out of her way to create chaos just so he'd be interested in spending time with them. Okay, what are they going to do with that long term, I wonder? All in all though, Pony Life is still a mixed bag for me. There are some episodes where I'm scratching my head and reminding myself, don't overthink things, this is not the same series as G4. And then there are other episodes where I'm completely taken aback, like, oh my gosh, what? And it's kind of fun that way. I don't think this is the best format for teaching lessons, especially when you only have 5.5-minute segments to build up a conflict. I think Pony Life is much stronger when it just embraces the randomness and goes full on for the jokes and the character interactions at the over-the-top moments. I will say that I am finally getting used to the pacing, so that's definitely a plus. And while I still wish we had some of the original VAs for certain characters, at least the MLP staff are making sure that voice actors and actresses that we are used to from the G4 series are taking on these new roles as familiar characters. And that title, Mount Volcanope, that's still pretty clever in my opinion. But then, what do each of you think? Given how long we've been waiting to see whether they might reintroduce characters like, say, the CMC or Discord or even the various pets, do you think the Pony Life staff here are doing a good job of reintroducing these characters? Let me know, because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.